I think SAT is just one of those things in my life where I have to achieve in order to achieve what I want to do, which is economic banking or lawyer or anything in the section. But I think it's just like, for example, like TOEFL, SAT, or like generally like boxing is just something that I have to do or I want to do in order to achieve my goal later in my life. Ooh, my dream university as of right now, maybe Harvard Law School. That's like my top priority, but like realistically speaking, like that would be so great. But like I have other safety options. I think after graduation, like depending on what happens in college, I may want to return to Korea or maybe to Singapore because my mom used to like live in Singapore for like I think like a year, or like just continue to live in the States and just experience law within the States and maybe return to Korea or just stay there permanently, not really deciding. So just physically speaking, I think 1 year ago, I was like around 93 kilograms. But like I really wanted to change it, like how I looked, how I performed athletically. So I just like went to gyms, I went to swimming, I went to boxing, I went to kickboxing, like I just did everything I wanted to do. So now I'm like pretty physically fit and I can do most like stuff. Or just consistency, like some days like you have days where like, oh man, I don't know where to go. Like this is so hard, why did I even do it? But like you just have to go, like right? Like if you don't, then why do you even set the goal for yourself? Further education I would want to take, maybe in like law, but like if that is my major, I also want to go deep into music. Because like I've been doing violin for like 9 years now, guitar for like 2 years, like I will just really love music. So maybe minor in that and then like take extra steps into law, maybe. When you listen to a lot of music, it just helps. It just fundamentally helps you have the ability to analyze stuff, whether that is like music, like arts, like English, like you just have the ability to analyze stuff. So it's just in my life, like, I can use that skill practically on like anything. I think, no, not I think, I want to help people in the law section. And I just, like knowing law itself helps me get through in life and like just people I know in life. Like for example, if they have like legal problems, I can literally just go out to them, do this, do that, and then boom, your problem's gonna get fixed. Or like if somebody's in trouble, like I swear I didn't do it, but they're going to make me go like for 20 years in jail, like boom, I'm gonna save you. Like so cool, but like that's also my dream, Well, I'm not gonna say names here, but like I've had this Korean-esque English teacher teach me stuff before in my life, and I was really lazy back then. Like I didn't even do well in school. Well, now I do, but like when I had a summer camp with him, usually he just like start like doing like, oh, you need consistency, do like 2 push-ups, which I know sounds like, oh, what's the connection between push-ups and work, like having good academic performance? But like ever since like I did like 10 push-ups, 100 push-ups, or just like just speaking in general, like just doing stuff consistently with that teacher, like I've been able to achieve great stuff, like debate, like blah, 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 blah. As me as a student, I'm not really that smart. Like I will try my hardest, but in my life, I've like always had setbacks. Like I wanted to do diets, but then like I eat too much, or like I wanted to achieve a certain grade, and, like I failed. Like one thing I know for sure is that no matter how I feel, if it's a goal I'm like determined to do, like you can't just quit. Like you have to achieve it, you have to strive for it, unless like there's something really big in my life. Well, I think like one thing my mom told me is that just genetically speaking, none of my family members, like I'm not trying to bring them down, but like are smart. Like they're not really good in like the brain sector. But like my mom kept on like saying, Dylan, you're not smart. That's why you have to try like 3 times or 4 times harder than like anybody else you know. And yeah, that's how I got here.
So for me, I think consistency is what is a very similar thing to discipline, where you have to show up every day. It's just important that you show up every day, and the consistency you have is a really important factor. It's really important to have like a balanced schedule, time schedule, where you have to show up. Where you have to consistently follow it and then not make yourself do other things. So probably my mom and dad are like not really my role models, but I do it for them and also myself. Main reason is for me, but I also think if I succeed, I would feel better to see my mom happy and also my dad. One particular thing, last year I did my mocks for my maths, and it was a really hard course because I was doing a separate course with everyone else, which was a little bit more difficult. And in the mocks I got a D, so I really was worried because my finals were in like 3 months. So I had a teacher conference with my parents, and the teacher really motivated me. So I really worked hard, and then I boosted it up to an A, and then got an A in the final. Even if you feel tired or overwhelmed by the stuff you have to do, like I said, showing up or doing it, no matter how you feel, it just gets you to the position where no one can catch you up, and just puts you in a better position than everyone else.
In school, I work extremely hard to get like good grades, and even if I do the IGCSE exam soon, I've been working really hard in order to get like all A pluses. And so in order to like achieve my bigger goal and the longer motivation, I think having a good SAT score is definitely crucial. So I believe that is a very important factor, and I am highly motivated in order to achieve it. So yeah. One of them is to also improve myself as a person and as a student, because English has always been a very interesting subject for me, and as well as math. Those two have always been my strongest subjects. I want to like even think about like majoring related to that area. So in terms of like self-improvement and my future success, I do want to gain better skills, and better attributes. And the other part is obviously trying to get into a good college and get a better education system for my improvement. What I was the most interested in when I was researching was like a sales manager or a sales director, because I do really love working with people, being able to use my own personality as a benefit for my work. I think a big goal for a job is to be able to enjoy it while you're doing it instead of just doing it for the money. I was in Canada for a year last year, so when I came back, I was completely new to this curriculum, and everybody else had already done a year of the work. So I was obviously extremely taken aback. I didn't know what to do, but as I started getting used to it, and I think the biggest thing was that I had so much motivation in order to get this all A+. So I worked like double the amount that other people did in order to, I guess, catch up for the last year's work. So I did like a year of work in like a month or two, and it did work out because for the mock exam I got like almost all A's, and I'm studying extremely hard for the exams that are coming up soon. So I think that was a huge obstacle in my life, but also because I got to get over the obstacle, I realized my potential and the amount of work and ability that I can put in. Yeah, I think I believe in myself more because of this journey. Yeah, I'm definitely very proud of myself for being able to get over that. Once I decide to do something, or once I'm motivated to do something, I do work to my full potential in order to do it. Like, it doesn't matter if I have to work the whole day, and compared to other people, I think I have a really long attention span, so I think that really helps when I'm trying to achieve something like a ton load of work. Everybody in this world experiences disappointments or failure, and obviously I have to. And if you just give up because of that failure, then what can you even achieve in the future in life? So I think definitely, even if I do fail once, I will keep on trying. At the beginning of this year, I was new to the school, but I still tried out for the student council because I wanted to set up a good platform for myself at the school. But there were other candidates who were more experienced, who knew more people, so they ended up getting it. So that was a disappointment for me, because in the past I have done this a lot before, but that didn't hold me back because there were other options that I could look at, such as being a prefect at the school or even just being in student council next year. So I think in order to actually achieve a good future, you can't just give up after one failure, because you can just keep building onto it, and there's so many other options that you can look at. And that was my mindset after I failed that time, and I am gonna run for the head of student council next year, and even I am already in the prefects, so I think that's kind of how I would handle it.
And I think SAT is like a necessary part for me to get into those medical schools and achieve my dream. Yeah. So basically, like in class, I saw like a documentary about like doctors, and I thought that like saving a life is like a really big thing, and like it could be really valuable thing to do. And yeah, that's the reason why I want to become a doctor. Yeah. If there's like a specific goal that I want to achieve, I try to get myself very organized and planned for it. When I got the news from my parents that I will be moving abroad, I was already only 2 months away from that interview to my international school. So like that 2 months, I really had to like study English a lot. Like even in daily life, like I always like try to like think everything in English. And well, it was not a good like easy challenge, but I made it to this school. And yeah.
Got you.
I'm a person that values like organizing a lot. So I already have like a time like schedule like for my week already. I always try to get my assignments from school done until 11, and then from 11 I study the subjects for IB or SAT or yeah. So I have like a very organized time, I would say, for SAT preparation.
As in Singapore is an academically demanding country with universities, I want to get a high score in the SATs and also get a high score in the IBDP kind of curriculum so that I can go to the dream universities I want to go in Singapore, like NUS and Nanyang Technology University. My top two right now is either business or medical stuff. I've had my IGCSE additional mathematics exam, and also I have taken a AP psychology course on my own without any like teachers, just online courses and that. So I had to kind of alternate between AP and IGCSE and also my internal exams in school and kind of modulate the time between them, and also had to kind of work on it since the beginning of the school year until the end, right? So I couldn't really like slack off and do anything else. I had to, focus and keep kind of doing my work for both AP, IGCSE, and internally to maintain a high score. Yeah, I ultimately got a 5 on the AP psychology exam, a 96th percentile on the mathematics exam, and all A stars for my internal exams.
Excellent stuff.
During quarantine times, everyone was kind of, out of their kind of minds mentally. They were just kind of slacking off, just playing games and online lessons. Most of us has done that. As a result of that, I got a D in my science exam in grade 7. I just realized I really had to kind of study and not believe solely on my kind of aptitude alone without studying. So yeah, that ultimately got me in the habit of studying, even though I kind of keep my social balance in place, interacting with my friends, playing games and stuff. So made me still study on quarantine times and hard times, and I still kind of maintain my concentration and keep trying to study. So that kind of D kind of got me into the habit of keep studying and not dropping off academics completely due to some external factors. One big thing I've learned is that you can't really blame anyone but yourself. You can't really go and blame people and criticize people when you're an imperfect man walking by yourself. You can't really do everything by yourself and blame everyone but yourself, and just keep on praising yourself and neglecting your kind of weak parts. So you have to kind of acknowledge that you have some flaws, think about that, and improve.
Because I believe like a high score on the SAT can help me get into like better colleges, and high scores are like mandatory for some more advanced colleges like the Ivy Leagues. I think I would like to major in something related to physics, because that's what I'm studying right now. I keep myself motivated because I think keep having a high SAT score is important to getting into university. And also at school I currently have like one of the highest SAT scores in the school, and I want to keep it that way. So that's another reason I want to keep trying hard to practice. Our family grew up kind of struggling only a little bit, but because of that, my mom has always pushed me to like keep trying hard in academic in learning. because sometimes if I succeed in learning, I can earn like scholarships and tuitions, which helps her a lot with like financials. Well, one thing that was quite difficult that I tried to learn on my own was drawing, because I have a lot of school projects, but a lot of times I would only be able to help with like planning the ideas and stuff, and never helping with the illustrations and stuff, because I was never really good at it. So like outside of school, I tried to use the internet to learn how to draw myself, and it was quite difficult at first, but like after a while you do get better at it. I hopefully want to make an impact to make like education easier for everyone, because right now I have already experienced that learning stuff is like really difficult, and especially when there's so many subjects to learn. Like even if you focus on just one subject, it can get like very difficult to like compete with all the other people. So I want to try to find a way to make education easier.
I think the hardest thing will be keeping myself disciplined and continue working with my plan until the SAT test, which is basically studying for like around 1 hour every day. So I will try to finish all the homework and stuff in school. I will pay attention in class, so I won't have to do like as much prep as I normally would for exams. I could get a good major, get a good job, and I could support my family, like my parents, and I could have a good life. Well, I try my best to multitask, and I tried my best to kind of speed run stuff. So basically working with maximum efficiency and speed so I can get on with other stuff. I think there was a very important English test a while back. I think it was 3 years ago. So before this year, I got first in the district competition, and I thought I did very well, so I did not really study at all for the next test, which I got third for. And in this year we were allowed to take city level, and I got nothing because I did not prep for it. I kind of moped for like 5 days before I started to like get out the old books and read through them, because I saw my weakness. I blame myself for my failures. I don't like completely crash because I did bad on one thing, but I do blame myself because like no one's taking the exam for me. It's not like I failed the exam because someone dropped a bomb on my location. It's because of me. I did not study. I played way too many games. I slept too much. So I just think about I'm gonna do better next time. I'm gonna prep better next time. So that makes me feel a lot better and gives me motivation.